All right, now let's write the second integration test for this endpoint. So I'm going to select the first test, duplicate it, and then change the name of the test accordingly. It should return 404 if invalid ID is passed. So let's collapse the first test so we can focus on this test. In this test, we don't really need to add a genre in the database. We can start with an empty collection because when we pass an invalid genre ID, it doesn't really matter if we have no genres or 50 genres in the database. We don't have a genre with the given ID. So I'm going to delete these two lines for two reasons. One, to make this test faster, and also to make it cleaner and more maintainable. So delete. Now here, instead of genre.id, we're going to pass 1 as an invalid genre ID. So we expect the status to be 404. We could also check the message in the body of the response, but it doesn't really matter as much. So let's just focus on 404 because that's what the clients use. So save, back in the terminal. Our test failed. Let's see what's happening here. So we expected 404, but we got a 500 or internal server error. So what's going on here? Well, let's scroll up. Here we have an error that is coming from Winston. So earlier we defined this error middleware function, and inside this function first, we log the error using Winston and then return the 500 error to the client. So this error that we have here is coming from Winston. Look at the error message. Cast to object ID failed for value 1 at pass underline ID. You have seen this issue before. Earlier, we fixed this problem if we had the ID in the body of the request. So we installed a Joy plugin for validating object IDs. But that approach doesn't work if ID is a route parameter. So back in our route handler, here before calling genre.findById, we have to make sure that request.params.id is a valid object ID. Otherwise, this route handler does not respond with 404. So we call mongoose.types.objectID.isValid and pass request.params.id. So if this is not valid, we're going to return response with the status 404, which means not found, with a message like this, invalid ID. Save. Back in the terminal, you can see all tests are passing. Beautiful. However, throughout the application, we have quite a few endpoints to get a single resource. And we have to repeat this logic in all those endpoints. So in the next lecture, we're going to refactor this code and move this logic into a middleware function.